Hey everyone, Bernie here from zcarmmusic. Today is the day I am brewing my very first batch of authentic German wheat beer. Yes, right here in the Philippines. If you love great beer or you have ever dreamed of brewing your own beer, stick around because I will show you step by step how to make refreshing wheat beer from scratch, even in a tropical climate. Now the third rest is done and I will go up to 78 degrees Celsius. So there's the very first iodine test, and if it changes the color, I have to continue a little bit with the last step of 78 degrees Celsius. So let's check. So I'm not sure if you can probably see it, but let's check a few drops in here. And you can see it's not getting violet, it stays red, I think. It looks pretty good. It's not getting violet, it's kind of golden, brownish. And that's a good sign, so starch is not inside anymore. I'll let it there for another 5 minutes. Yeah, now it's time to mash down and I will turn off everything. This is good enough now. And I will pull up the kettle. You turn off everything. Yeah, I had a big problem to get out this kettle from here because of the transportation from island to here. Something happened and I was not able to pull out this kettle from in here. So I had to cool it down, hold it with my feet and to pull it up out because of these kind of huge spring. Now we need to wait, let's say 20 minutes until the water is going down, and this takes a while. So what I'm actually doing is filtering the water from here to here, and the mash will be kept inside. And then I will take some liquid here, maybe 4 liters, 1, 2, 3, 4 liters back into here to filter it, and then I will start to put 11.5 liters of water again for the second water flow to filter, to get out as much water from the mash. Yeah, and in the meantime I am preparing 11.5 liters to 75 degrees Celsius to add to the mash. Phew, it's a kind of work, but a lovely work. So this process is called lautering, which simply means filtering. You will have the grain here, you will have the wort here, the clear wort, hopefully. And and then you have to wash out the grain with, from here, maybe 4 liters, one by one, to fill it here again, to filter it, and then another 11.5 liters of 78 degrees Celsius hot water to wash out the grain. And then we will continue. This is what it looks like at the moment. And now I will add 4 times 1 liter from the outlet here. For this process, I will put this kind of sieve on the top and we pour the first batch in here to wash out the grain. I'm doing this 4 times now. Wort on the top of it to filter it. Now another one. Looks pretty clear already. And after that, I will add the 11.5 liter 78 degrees also into here. Now I have my 78 degrees Celsius 11.5 liter hot water in here in this pot, and this will be added here to the kettle as well. I think I killed almost all of these little bastards. So when this slaughtering is finished, I will start to boil the water to 100 degrees and adding the hops. Okay, what I'm doing now is I'm testing the beer and it looks very bright. I don't know what's the problem here. It should be 20 degrees. I get it out and I put the hydrometer inside to check the gravity. And it says, hard to tell, because of the foam, 1000, I think. This is not very good. It's not good. It is too bright. Normally should look like that. Let's check the refractometer. Yeah, my refractometer only says 2 bricks. Yeah, I have no other choice. I need to boil it now until 100 degrees Celsius. When it reaches from 52 degrees to 100, when it starts boiling, I have to add the first batch of hops. Alrighty, it takes very long to reach the 100 degrees Celsius. Okay, I will prepare the hops now. Put it into a hops filter bag and put it inside when it's boiling. So this is the first batch of 9 grams of Hallertauer Blanc, which I put into my hops filter bag in order to avoid too much mess. I also will add the kind of weight into it to keep it below the surface. This is how it should look like. I've just put the hops inside the first batch and now I need to for 90 minutes, but I will reduce the power here. It is just too much. 1.5 is enough. Okay. Talk to you later. Okay, and this is the second batch of hops, which I put in here for the last 10 minutes. Alrighty, I'm finished with my brew and I let it cool down now because to get out the water here is super hot. I really don't like to burn my hands. So I will wait until tomorrow morning and I will lauter it into this barrel. Talk to you tomorrow. Hello and good morning, beer friends. Yeah, I transferred now the watch into the barrel. It was still 40 degrees something and he has to cool down to 22 degrees and then I have to add my yeast. But before I'm doing that, I have to check the wort when it's 22 degrees. I have to either use my refractometer or the hydrometer to see the plateau and have to write down everything in my logbook. Talk to you later. And remember, from now on, everything which comes in touch with the wort need to be sanitized. Okay? Never forget. Okay, I takes a little bit from my wort. Let's see the color. To be honest, the color is not bad. It looks a little bit like olive oil. Haha. But the smell is good. Okay, it has now 20.5. I changed the location. This does not look so bad. 1040. Wow. Wow. Oh, 1040, it is good. I show you something. This is the chart from the hydrometer, as you can see here. And here you can see a start wine, start beer in blue. Okay? Where you can see, where you can read finish, it says 1000, 110, 20, 30, 40. Mine is at 40, which is perfect. It's a start beer, the young beer. And finish should be at 1010. I have to measure again when the yeast is inside, the fermentation starting. And after 3 days, I can measure again to see if I reach the 1010. And this will be a medium beer, yes. And by the way, this one is my beer label. What I created, something special. Isn't it nice? Only the alcohol I have to adjust. I'm not 100% sure what kind of alcohol it will have at the end of the day. But now let's try my refractometer. They are not very expensive, easy to use. Same here, must be 20 degrees Celsius. Then I put a few drops in here. Of course, must be clean. We should be fine. And I will look through, and I need sunlight. That's why I have to leave the table here. Here at my place is not so much sun. Yeah, here I had my, what do you call it? And I was checking the wort with the hydrometer, which was in the beginning 1020 something, and now second is 1040. The refractometer said 2 bricks in the beginning, and now it says 8. I don't know much about these bricks. I still need to study that. Hi, beer lover. As you can see, my wort is still too hot. It needs to have 20, 22 degrees Celsius until I can pitch the yeast into it. If you don't like to wait, we can put ice cubes inside or cold water, boiled water of course, and then cool it down. Or you can use a wort chiller, which I purchased a few years ago. And it was around €55, which is pretty handy. The only problem now is when I am, because this is not a real fermentation container. There was something else inside, and when I hang this in here, you can see it's maybe only a little bit. It will maybe touch the wort up to here. And again, if I use this, you have to sanitize it. Okay? I'm not pretty sure if I'm going to use this now because not reaching the wort, which is starting here. And you see the way is a little bit too wide for this one. You know what I mean? So, I don't know, it's hanging here, yeah. It only touching a little bit of the wort. Let's see. I decided now to use my wort chiller, and of course I have to sanitize it. No, I am not mixing concrete. We'll tell you later. Okay, I sanitized my wort chiller and I put the whole piece inside, not hanging here, you know. And I connected to the faucet, and this is the outlet. And here is my temperature, my thermometer. It's still 43, but as you can see, this is working nice. It's cooling down already, slowly but surely. Yeah, guys, it is some work, but it's a lot of fun to do it. But if you have 2 persons, 2 friends or so who can do it together, it's of course much better, because unfortunately my wife is not so into this subject. But it's okay. Talk to you later. Still a little bit to wait. 32 degrees. I need 22. Alrighty, it's very difficult to bring down the temperature. It stuck at 28.7. even with the chiller, because of the temperature here in the Philippines. Even inside this room, it is 29 degrees, so I have no other choice than to put some ice blocks inside, which are prepared here. I know. We have to use boiled water to make ice cubes. These are without, but I don't care at the moment. I have to bring down the temperature to at least 22, 23 degrees. And let's hope this works. Let's see. Let's wait. In the meantime, I will prepare my Sapale W68, which is not the best, I think. I'm not sure if I ever used it, but as already mentioned, I'm a huge fan of Mangrove Jack's M20 yeast, which is wonderful. Okay, I'm preparing now my yeast. I have here a cup of water boiled, and I have 1 teaspoon of sugar in here and a sanitized spoon. Of course, I need to bring down the temperature here to 20 degrees, and here I prepared a small container with cold water, and I will put it in here. I hope the glass does not break. And of course I have my small tiny thermometer again for checking the temperature. Also sanitized into the hot water, and wait until it is 22 degrees, something like that. Okay, we are now at 22 degrees, and I will add the sugar inside. Take my sanitized spoon, dissolve the sugar, and I will add my yeast. And I will wait around 10 minutes, something like that. And whenever you see a foam here or bubbles, you see that yeast is active, and then you can add it to the wort. What a nice foam, ready to pinch the yeast into my wort. Okay, ready to go. Gott gibt Glück und Sebentrein. Okay, and now you were wondering for what I am using this one here. Not for mixing cement or concrete, no. I have to give it a good whirl, stir around that a lot of air is coming inside to activate the yeast much more. Looks good. It should be fine. A wireless drill would be better than a heavy duty machine like that. You know, with a lower speed. But it looks good. And in the meantime, I also prepared an airlock. Yes. Not professional, but it will do its thing. So, that's it for now. To close it properly, that nothing is coming inside. And of course, normally I have to put alcohol inside. I don't have alcohol here at the moment, only beer. So I add it with water, which will be good enough. That no nasty animals going in here, into my good young beer. Please do your thing, yeah? I will keep this container here, this fermentation container, in this room, and I will not change it. The temperature will be the same, a little bit high, 29 degrees here, 28, 29. I hope it's not too hot. Hello beer lover, yeah, we are having a rainy day today and expecting a heavy typhoon, and I hope it's not getting too bad. Thank you so much for watching my part 2 of my beer brewing tutorial. I've checked the gravity for 3 days now, and well, what I can see, it seems it becomes a light beer with an alcohol percentage of maybe below 5%, as of my issues with the Klarstein Brauheld water pump. In my next video I will show you bottling my beer, but this will be in around 1 week as the beer still is fermenting. In order to keep yourself updated regarding upcoming videos, please can you click on this notification bell, and if you like my video content, please do not forget to subscribe and like as well. Thank you very much for watching and have a great day ahead. Your Bernie from zcarmmusic. Bye bye.